Okay, so we are going to be going over how to make a math drawing to represent this number here, which is 13.4, or 13 and 4/10. So first, to make a math drawing, I'm going to make a key at the top here. Now, when I look at this, I see that I have a number in my tens place here, so I'm going to need something to represent a 10. So I'm going to choose a square that looks like this. And I'm just going to say equals 10 to show that that is what my tens place is. So I have a number for my, a symbol for my tens place. Now I need a symbol, because I have a number in my ones place, I need a symbol for my ones place. Now, if you would imagine this square being broken into 10 parts, it might look something like this. So that's my ones place. So I have something for my tens place, I have something for my ones place. Now I need 10 parts of this because I have something in my tenths place here. So if you could imagine this being broken down into 10 equal parts, it might look something like this. And I'm just going to say equals 0.1 or 1/10. So now I have something to represent each of these place values to make a drawing here. So I have something in my tens place, so I made a 10. Something in my ones place, so I made a 1. Something in my tenths place, so I made a 10th. Now I'm going to make a drawing that represents this number up here now that I have a key. So I have a 1 in my tens place, so I just need 1 of these. So I have 10 here. Now I have a 3 in my ones place. My ones look like this, remember? So, and I have a 3 in the ones place, so I'm going to make 3 of these here. 1, 2, 3. That looks something like my ones. So I have a 10 here. Now this is my ones place. I have 3 of these, so this is 3. Now I have to go on to my tenths place. I have 4 in my tenths place, and remember my tenths symbol looks like this. So I'm just going to draw 4 of those little squares to represent the 4 in my tenths place. So I have 4 of those there, and that is the same as 4 tenths, 4 in my tenths place. So now let's put these all together just to make sure that our drawing is correct. I have 1, sorry, my markers are rolling around here. I have a 1 in my tens place, a 3 in my ones place, a 4 in my tenths place, and if we put those all together, 1 in the tens place, 3 in the ones place. Remember to put a decimal before the tenths, and a 4 there. So this drawing does represent 13.4, just like we set out to do. Now, just for fun, let's change our key here. We're going to use the same symbols, but I'm just going to change my key and see if we can figure this out for fun. So instead of this representing 10, I'm going to have this represent 1. Now if I go down a tenths place from there, I'm going to have this represent 1/10. And then this, going down another tens place, would be 1/100th now. So they just all got smaller. So all I did was change my key. Now let's look at our drawing and see how it changes. So this now represents 1 instead. So I have 1 of those. So here instead of 10, I have 1. These symbols now represent 1/10. I have 3 of those 1/10, so I have here 3/10. Now these, instead of representing tenths, now represent hundredths. I have 4 of them, so I have 4 hundredths. And if we put them together, we have a 1 in our ones place. Remember to put the decimal before moving to tenths, a 3 in our tenths place, and a 4 in our hundredths place. So now our same drawing represents 1.34, or 1 and 34 hundredths, instead of 13.4 or 13 and 4/10. Now, just for fun, now that we've got the hang of that, let's try changing our key one more time and see what we get this time. So now, I'm going to do this in a different color here. I'm going to have this represent 100. Go down a place value, divide by 10. So we went from 100, this is going to be 10. Go down one more place value, and this is going to be 1. So now this symbol represents 100, this symbol represents 10, and this symbol represents our 1 place. So let's cross these out and look at our drawing and see what our drawing represents now. So I have one of these, and these are equal to 100's place. So I have 100 here. I have 3 of these, which is now my 10's place. So that is going to represent 30. And now I have 4 of these in my 1's place, which is just 4. So if we put those all together, now we have 100, 3 in our 10's place, 30, 4 in our 1's place, 1. So now this drawing with our new key represents 134. So as you can see, this key up here is really important in what your drawing represents.